Hey guys, welcome to day 2 of Veganuary. For today's video, we're going to be talking about words and terms that you need to know when you get started on a vegan lifestyle. The first and most important word that we need to talk about is vegan. So what is a vegan? By definition, a vegan is someone who does not use or consume animal products. So when it comes to eating animal products, that means no meat, no dairy, no eggs, no fish, also no whey, no gelatin. So there's animal products and byproducts as well. Then someone who doesn't use animals in their daily life, so that means no feathers, no leather, and there's also tons of hidden animal ingredients in things like nail polish, shampoo, shoes. You'd be really surprised to know how many animal products are used in the things that we use every single day. So a vegan is someone who does not eat or use any of these products. Now, I want to start by saying that there are people who identify as vegan, but using this definition, they may not actually be vegan. Personally, I have no problem with that. People can use whatever labels they want, whatever identities they want, but something that you may come across is that people try to correct those who may not actually be vegan by that definition. So what they really are is plant-based. So a plant-based person is generally someone who eats a vegan diet, but they don't live the vegan lifestyle. So they don't consume the foods, but they may wear things like leather. There's also people who identify as plant-based, and that's because they consume mostly plants. So they don't eat an entirely vegan diet, but they consume a plant-based. So the majority of the foods that they are eating are plants and are not animal products. So those are two really important distinctions I just wanted to make to start off so that you have a foundation as you're learning the vocabulary and the language in the vegan community. Now the next one that I want to talk about is raw vegan, which is what I am. So I am a raw vegan fruitarian. Now there are two types generally of raw vegans, and those are the high carb fruitarian and fruit-based raw vegans. And then there are the low carb, which is actually a high fat, or also known as a keto diet. And we'll get into this, but so those would be more nut and seed based. So those are like the different words that I want you to be familiar with as you start to learn about the healthy vegan diets, that and especially in the raw vegan community. So there's raw vegan, which means that I do not consume products or food items that have been cooked generally over 118 degrees, although I just do it as I eat the plants in their raw and natural state. So I do not cook the foods that I eat. And I'm eating a fruitarian diet, which means that the majority of my calories are coming from fruit. So those are some important words. Then there's cooked vegans, which I would say are the majority of vegans. And those are the ones they're not eating a raw diet, they are eating cooked vegan foods. So rice, beans, potatoes, corn. And you'll see those same terms in the cooked vegan community. So you'll see the low fat, high carb cooked vegans. And then you'll see the low carb, which is a high fat, although people won't use that term. They will call it low carb or keto because the body goes into ketosis when you refrain from having carbohydrates or a lot of carbohydrates. So those are going to be the higher fat vegans, cooked food vegans, okay? So those are just some of the words that I want you to get to know and understand when you come to a healthy vegan diet. Now, not everyone is interested in health because not all vegan foods are healthy. Just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's healthy. It can be processed, it can have a lot of oil and sugar, it can be things like potato chips and fries. Those can be vegan. So people who consume a lot of those types of foods are called junk food vegans. Makes sense, right? Now, another term that you may come across are what's known as angry vegans. And these are the vegans who generally people may think of when they have a negative connotation of vegans. So angry vegans are the type of people who have a lot of anger, and I understand why people have anger when they come to this lifestyle, because they learn about the shocks and the horrors that are going on in the animal industries. And so people have a lot of anger. But in my opinion, these people are directing their anger in the wrong place. So what happens with angry vegans is they get really mad at people who aren't vegan. And so they may direct that anger with words or with actions. And so then people have a negative connotation of what it means to be vegan or what vegans are like. But not all vegans are like that. That is just what's known as angry vegans. In my opinion, veganism is much more than foods and the lifestyle in terms of the things that I use. In my opinion, veganism is also, it's like a mindset. It's a way of living. It's about having compassion. So compassion for the animals and compassion for myself, compassion for other people. And so for me and my personal definition of vegan, I feel that it's more about having compassion and understanding and love for all beings. And so in my personal opinion, angry vegans are not practicing the mindset in my reality of what veganism is, because I feel it's about loving all beings, not just animals, but all people, all things on the planet in existence. So another term, and I believe this is the last one I'll be talking about, is speciesism. So speciesism is the practice of humans feeling superior to animals or other living beings. And so this is a term that you may see in the vegan community when people refer to what is going on in the world in terms of people using or abusing or taking advantage of animals, is that they feel that humans are acting in a superior manner to other living beings. And so, again, in my opinion, I feel that angry vegans are almost expressing this with feeling more superior to other humans, so within their own species. But I feel like it's about seeing all species, all people, as being equal. And so that is one of the reasons why I practice veganism, because I see us all as being equal and that we all have or should have the opportunity to have the greatest lives possible, to love and be loved, to have a thriving, healthy life. And I believe that all people and all animals and all things on this planet deserve to have that experience. So I wanted to be sure to give you some terms and words that you may see as you come to the vegan community. And I'd love to know any comments or questions you have, including any terms that you may have heard of that you want some clarity on. And I may be talking or using these words as we go on in Veganuary, so I wanted to be sure to give you this foundation so that you understand these terms and you're familiar with them as we go on throughout the month. So I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. See you soon. Bye.